It's 10:20. Get ready to take my test. This happened a few weeks ago. I decided I wanted to buy a house. So I found one that I really liked. It was really nice. But it was $150,000. So, I called the realtor company and, I said, can I go and look at the house? They said, sure, come on, look at the house. You can go in and check it out. So I said, okay, great. So we said the house was in Cincinnati. So I said, okay, that's fine. So we drove there. A friend of mine actually went with me. So we got in the car, we drove all the way there. So she said, you want to go check out the house now? Oh, she said, let's count and see how many trucks, pass, because we were bored. So it was 1, 2, 3 pass. We were counting them, not paying attention, I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. We were just, having fun. Well, I was going a little too fast. All of a sudden, I see sirens, I get pulled over. So the cop comes up and he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, no, what was I doing? He's like, you were speeding. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it. We were focused on trucks, how many were passing. We were counting them. Oh, well, so I was like, fine. So he gave me a ticket, I was just so upset. But anyway, I'm like, thank you. So we were driving, and we arrived at the house. I was looking at it, it looked nice. It was $150,000, but, I didn't really mind. It wasn't too bad. It had 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It had a very large backyard. So we went in the house, and there was a smell, and I guess the person that lived there before had a lot of cats. They actually called her the cat lady. There were a ton of cats that lived in that house, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, the smell is just horrible. It's going to have to be cleaned extensively. So I was just looking around, Now understand, I am highly allergic to cats. So I started sneezing. Oh, my allergies were acting up. It's terrible. So anyway, I was just curious about the house, what the, monthly payments would be, what the value is of it actually. So I went to the bank and they told me that the house is $150, but it will require a down payment of 20%. So that was about $3,000. I was like, ooh, okay. Well, later I'm going to have to buy furniture and, a fridge and a stove and appliances, everything. Maybe $5,750. And a down payment of $3,000? And buying the stove and the fridge and the couch and the furniture? Wow. Have to buy a new couch. Chairs, a bed, just all this furniture. It was going to be over $10,000 for everything. It's like, wow, that's a lot of money. So I decided to ask him, what's the monthly utilities for that house? The electric, the gas, trash, what are those running? She said the electric is about $250 a month. The electric is $250. The gas, there is no gas. Your phone, may run you about $150 a month. I was like, whoa. Buying a house is a lot of money. So I was, thinking about it. I wasn't sure, can I afford that? That's a big expense. I need first to just go to school and finish it, and then later plan to buy a house. So, it was fine. I decided it wasn't a good decision right now to buy a house with everything that goes with it. So we got in the car to drive home. And we're driving, on our way, and I saw a baseball game on the side of the road. in Cleveland. So we were like, hey, I asked my friend, I'm like, you want to stop? She's like, why not? We're already here. Let's go watch it. So, we went ahead and parked. I'm like, do you have a ticket? She's like, oh, no, I don't have a ticket. We'll have to buy tickets. So we saw this man outside. He was a scalper. He was just selling tickets. So I was like, come on, let's go ask him, how much tickets, if he has any. So he's like, yeah, I have some. I have 2. So we were like, oh, man, awesome. That's what we need. I'm like, how much? He was like, $4,795. I was like, $4,795? No way. I can't afford that. The game ain't that important. He was like, oh, no, wait. I'll reduce it for you. I'm like, okay, well, how much? He's like, $2,500. I'm like, forget it. My friend just looked at me. I'm like, no, thank you. So we're just gonna go home. So we got in the car, go back to Columbus, and you're not gonna believe it. Again, I get pulled over by the cops. I'm like, what is going on? So the cop comes up. I'm like, what's up? What's wrong? I wasn't speeding. He's like, no, but your driver's license is expired. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Really? This is terrible. He's like, yeah, it's been expired about 6 months. So I got another ticket. I was like, no. So he gave it to me, and the ticket was $375. I was like, $375? Oh my goodness. So I patiently took it and tucked it in my purse. My friend just looked at me. I was like, that is terrible. This has been a terrible trip. Oh, that house, I tell you what, $150,000, the whole cat issue, I had to buy furniture and appliances, then I get a ticket for that, and then I get another ticket. This has just been a terrible trip. I'm thinking, maybe that house, I shouldn't buy it because it's obviously bad luck. So whatever, My friend looked at me, I took the ticket, and we headed home. So I was just pondering things. I was so upset. I arrived home. I decided that, what? That Monday, I'm going to go into the DMV, go there, buy a new license. Go ahead and pay for that, any tags if needed, new license, just get it all finished. So I'll go ahead and pay that later and pay my 2 tickets, just get rid of everything. Cost me a lot of money, $2,270 total. Oh, so I went home. I just got into bed. I decided I'm just going to stay there, stay home. I'm not taking any more trips. Sorry, she interrupted me. Oh well. So anyway, I decided I'm going to go home. I'm not going to look for any more houses. No way. Not me. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep all day. So when I woke up, I felt better. And it is 10:29, test finished.